I forgot that I had another bit of randomization to go through here. Hello, Ramelia. Okay, so let's see which bullet health thing we're going to be doing this time around. So, 3, 2, 1, stop. Sora. Oh boy, one of these ones. Okay, just give me a moment, because I apparently did not prepare this well enough. There we go. Oh my. Game? Yeah, I have no idea what was causing that. It might have had something to do with the stuff I was messing around with behind the scenes. There we go. Main weapon, sub-weapon, special weapon, dashing. Okay. Looks pretty straightforward. Do it easy, I guess. Okay, so instruction, how to play. Sora's body has become one that is able to fight in the war, and she is about to undergo training to learn how to use her powers. Oh. Okay, so I don't actually have what options for these yet. Alright. We are about to commence the aerial battle training program. Are you ready? As I'll ever be. Nervous? I'm fine. Okay, I am nervous myself. I've never done this kind of job, and I usually don't talk this way. Well, you can take it easy. I'm the one doing the training. Just relax and go on. Oh yeah? May I talk like I usually do? Well, go ahead. For real? Hooray! If I can talk freely, then I think I'll be able to get through this. Oh, no worries. I may not sound that dependable, but I've got a whole lot of experience in battle. Okay. So with that said, I'm Sham, the operator for your training. I'm Sora. Of course I know who you are. Nice to meet you, Sora. Okay then, we talked a bit too much. Let's get to the training now. Okay. Alright, let's do this with lots of energy, okay? So we're kicking off with training program number 1. Learn to dash. Apart from the regular way of moving, we can also dash. Just like it sounds, dash allows you to move real fast. You should use it to evade enemy attacks or to get into a good firing position. All you need to do is press the dash button while holding down a directional key depending on where you want to go. Also, you can keep on dashing by holding down dash and change directions by pressing whatever directional key you want. If you press dash again while holding down any directional key during a dash, you can even take a sharp turn. Alright then. By the way, did you notice the percentage gauge getting filled while dashing? Yes, I did. That's your heat value. It fills when you dash a lot, take a sharp turn, or use certain weapons. The higher the value of the gauge, the greater the damage you take from enemy attacks. Aha. That's the main gimmick here. You can dash to avoid things, but if you do get hit, you get hit harder. So now that you experience the speed, you're probably like, I can't control this speed, or how can I evade attacks at such speed, aren't you? Well, oh, not that hard for you. Well, never mind that. Dashing may seem a little hard to handle, but it does really come in handy for evasion. You'll see what I mean when you learn the most outstanding feature of dashing. It allows you to slip through energy-type attacks. That's what makes the dash super useful. Even when your field of vision is filled with a complete beam hell, you can make it through without taking any damage. But dash can't make you pass through live ammo like missiles. Beware of those. So lasers, yes. Missiles, no. And like I said earlier, dash raises the heat value. When you touch an energy attack while dashing, the heat value goes up a ton in return for taking no damage. You'll be battered hard if you're hit after dashing past beams. It's the same old story. One wrong move could lead you to death on the battlefield. This is really important, so make sure you get a lot of practice, okay? Okay. Alright then, let's do it. Try dashing through energy attacks and evading missiles with ordinary moves or the dash. Ow. Wow, nicely done. You're really packing it, Sora, just like I'd heard. Thank you very much. I see you're feeling embarrassed. How cute. I don't know what the heck Sham is doing. Alright, let's move right on. Sora, did you notice the round-shaped gauge filled a little bit? Ah, you're right. It's called the hyper gauge. When the gauge has been charged once or more, you can use a super powerful hyper attack. The gauge charges when you catch enemy attacks in the rings that appear as you dash, or when you do damage to enemies. Now you should know why the gauge is slightly charged. It happened when you were practicing your dash. The hyper gauge can be fully charged up to 3 times, which means you can use 3 hypers. And now, without further ado, the moment you've been waiting for. I'll explain about hypers. There are 2 ways of triggering a hyper. The first is press the hyper button while holding down the weapon button, which is called standard. The other is press the hyper button and, while the barrier is on, press the weapon button, which is called advanced. You can switch between the 2 methods in the game settings. Pick whichever you like. So it's basically, which would you rather have to press first, the hyper button or the attack button? That seems to be the gist of it to me anyway. We'll go through this later, but you're able to equip 3 different weapons at a time. You can combine each weapon with the hyper button to make all kinds of hypers possible. A super powerful attack and simultaneously activated barrier. Those are the biggest features of hypers. The barrier completely quashes enemy attacks, so it also works as an emergency evasion method. A barrier shows up when an enemy attack hits you as well. The latter barrier has a bit of difference though. Its color is different and it doesn't last as long. Alright then, it's time for you to do it yourself. The first step, charge the hyper gauge until you have 1 hyper ready. There we go. I didn't... Yeah, it took long enough. The key to survival is to use a hyper attack the moment when you're in danger. I wish I could let you try it out right away, but it's not time for that yet. We're going to do it later. Instead, for convenience... First, let's learn about weapons. Basically, weapons can be broken down into 3 categories: beams, live ammo, and special. A beam type attack can pierce an enemy if the attack's power is higher than the enemy's defense. For instance, you could use a beam to destroy low defense live ammo and even do damage to enemies behind it. If you face live ammo that you can't evade, try shooting it down to make your way through. Live ammo weapons have a defense value, and they will be destroyed if they receive a certain level of damage, but they have some features that beam weapons don't have, like dealing a ton of damage or tracking enemies. And lastly, special weapons. Their features vary hugely, so you might want to check out each description. Okay. Yes, I'm just being too lazy to explain. My apologies. So, as I mentioned just a tad before, you can equip yourself with 3 different weapons at the same time. There is a main weapon button, the sub weapon button, and the special weapon button. Each button corresponds to one of your equipped weapons. Your current equipment is main beam rifle M, sub bazooka, and the SP sword. Remember this, you can't set the rifle or the bazooka to the SP button because the button is meant for the special weapons. And likewise, you can't set the sword or the main. You can't set the sword to the main or sub button. Some weapons show a different performance when dashing or locking onto enemies. Try finding the differences. Plus, some atypical controls also trigger different effects in certain weapons. Okay, you can find details in each weapon's description. Make sure to check them out. Alright, it's attack time now. I've set targets for you. Pick any weapon you want and take them down. I've skipped a whole bunch of text there. Let's see, to cancel the vulnerability caused by firing weapons. Chiefly, you can accomplish cancellation by dashing while vulnerable. That way you can quickly move again. Weapons require firing another weapon during the attack to accomplish cancellation. For instance, bazooka can cancel into a beam rifle or vice versa. A continuous attack like this can deal a ton of damage. However, weapon-linked cancellation raises your heat value. Don't get too excited about attacking or you'll receive a ton of damage. Be careful not to let that happen to you. Okay, I'm not sure how that felt, but okay. Next method is locking on. Locking on is about deciding on targets to deliver attacks against. Normally, the closest enemy to you is automatically locked on. But once an enemy gets locked on, it will stay locked on until you beat it or lock onto another enemy. But if you want to switch targets, press the direction of your intended target plus the lock button. The lock-on moves onto the closest enemy in the direction of the directional key you push. Pressing the lock button on its own moves the lock-on to the enemy closest to you. You can also cancel the lock-on by pressing the lock button twice really quick. Handling your lock-on effectively can be rather difficult. Maybe you should get close to the enemy that you want to take down and press the lock button to lock on until you get the hang of it. There's one thing left. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for hypers. You can execute a hyper by pressing the hyper button while holding down the weapon button you like. Or press the hyper button and then whatever weapon button you want while a barrier is on. In current settings, it's standard or press... Okay. Hypers vary with each weapon. Pick the proper one depending on the situation you're in. Okay. Barrier emerges to make you invincible. You could use it to turn the tables for yourself. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more thing that I've got to tell you. Hyper attacks allow you to cancel most of the time. Even when you can't cancel by dashing, you can do it by shooting a hyper. So with this said, our training is over, but can I give you a little follow-up? Since this was training, you shouldn't have taken much damage. But things are completely different on the battlefield. Your life can end just like that. And that's where your shield comes in. There's a horizontal gauge on the upper left of the screen. It tells you how much longer the shield will last. When you take damage while the shield's on, the gauge goes down equal to the damage, and part of the amount shows in red. The red bit can be recovered when you succeed at letting enemy attacks through the rings created when you dash. So I can recover health, okay? Big damage quickly lowers the gauge, but don't throw in the towel there. Okay, this time for real. This concludes the training. Alright. This is my personal request, nothing to do with the training. You're going to go out to fight. The most important thing is, make it back here alive. Please don't forget about that, okay? Right. This is no easy job, but let's do our best. Alright. That is that. Okay, so I only have access to the first 2 stages for now. Alright. And I still don't have new weapons to select yet. Time for the real deal. I'll commence my operation now. Takes care of you. Hey, hello. Whew. Alte. It has been so long since I played 100% Orange Juice. I recognize, but things are starting to come back. Oh boy, I remember you. No one told me they'd be this strong. You are the only one left. She's not in my data. A new model? I don't need you to tell me that. Then let's just quit. What? Let's quit fighting. I'd appreciate it if you dropped your weapons. Stop joking around. How could I possibly leave a monster like you alone? You just called me a monster? That hurts. Your speed and attacks are all way too strong. Just because you're a new model doesn't mean you're allowed to be that extraordinary. If you really think that, I cannot fall back here. Why? What are you, a moron? This is a war we're talking about. If I don't kill you, I'll be killed. If that happens, everyone else will die. Is that the way it is? The defeated will lose everything. That is what this war is all about. War. If I'm defeated here, if I run for my life here, he might die too. Knowing that, how can I possibly fall back here? I see. You know what? It must be exactly these kinds of feelings that fuel the war. Okay, that's when I've. Oh, this was definitely uneasy for sure. Uh-oh, don't! She's gonna blow up. D rank. Surprise! Alright, let's give stage 2 a look. Oh! Okay. Okay. What do we got? Oh boy. Oh, Sid. Okay. I don't like where my health is. Yeah, I can't do that. I still have a ton of work left to do here. Work? That's right. Our engineers escaped and they should be around here. So we're talking about those engineers. I heard the engineers are pretty important, but they can be harmful too if they're out of our reach. So I have to beat all the engineers down. So they're your target. I'll just smash them down and go home. I won't let you do that. Oh, you gonna get in my way, girly? They're working hard to make something wonderful happen. To tidy up the whole sky and turn this place into a place where everyone can live happily. I know it's probably going to take a lot of trouble and effort, but I find it wonderful. So wonderful it makes me excited just thinking about it. Sorta excited. So if I can be of help to them, I will use all I have. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but if you get in my way, I'll just take you down too. If you're intent on hurting them, I'll make you stop here, even if I have to fight. Right! And I died. And as such, you only get one shot at this. Oh. Wonder what I did to unlock that. Let's try that out. Aha. This my health is and then my health was better, and then it wasn't better. Oh dear. Dang it. Oh dear. Nah, it's back. Okay, but this doesn't have a charge to it, so... Well, I mean, it was worth a look, at least. Oh. Holy cow, this is level 2 on easy. Jeez. Oof. The main thing is that those rocks coming from the side, from outside, you really don't have a whole lot of reaction time. Oh. Apparently I destroyed the side lasers. Of course, it doesn't help when I'm just running into the lasers, or into the bullets. Oh, this is going badly. Because I don't even know what I did to unlock the other weapon in the first place. I know it was in a failed attempt. Okay. And my health is crap. And then my hyper ends and I immediately get hit by a rock. Oh my goodness. Not sure what else there is except get good, stupid. It's clear there's something I'm not doing right, but, you know, I'm apparently too stupid to figure out what it is, besides the fact that I'm just bad at this. Although... Ow. Yeah, like, how am I supposed to dodge that? Okay, this is... Oh. Okay, rifle C. Alright, let's give that a try. Okay. I like this weapon. Okay. And then the rocks happen, and I can't avoid it because I don't know they're coming or where they're coming from. Oh boy. I presume this will take me, yeah, get me started from stage 1. But if I can't even get through stage 2, then how the heck am I supposed to accomplish anything else? Okay. Whew. Still D rank. My health is about as good as it's ever been on this. Ah! Oh boy. Yeah, I don't just... And to think, this is on easy. And there's, you know, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 5 more stages that I don't even have access to because I'm too dumb and incompetent to be able to get through stage 2. Because, you know, giant friggin' rocks coming in from off screen that I can't see that I have no way of knowing is coming. But, well, I mean, Sid does have a tell, but thing is, destroying them doesn't really do me much good either. Because that just means a whole bunch of smaller rocks that I have to avoid instead. And then I die again. Oh my. What the heck am I doing wrong here? It's like, is this game just that hard, or am I just that bad? I'm leaning towards me just being that bad, because that's the obvious answer. Hey, I made it to your third phase, and then I died immediately. Weapon launcher. Okay. Give that a shot. So this thing has kind of the lock-on, the multi-lock-on feature that that original gun had. And, you know, I like that better for the missiles than for the people. For a second, I thought maybe those rocks were something I could dash through, but no, they're not. I don't know why I was thinking that, because I think that had already been proven otherwise. Ah. Oh my goodness. Not really accomplishing much here, am I? Of course, it doesn't help that I'm taking this much damage, but it seems like the amount of damage I take in the actual stage doesn't even seem to matter because I just keep dying to the freaking rocks at the end. And then I die again. I'm gonna give this one more go, and if I fail again, I'm just gonna end things off because this is just getting frustrating. Things don't seem as fun when you're when you're struggling on the same stage for about an hour. Thing is, the dash canceling doesn't seem as responsive as the game was making it seem. Yeah, it feels like there's something, if not to this game, then at least to this one fight that I just don't get. Because while Sid is glowing, you can't target her, and then you got all those stupid rocks that just come in from whatever direction the game feels like sending them in from, and they come in fast enough that you might not be able to dodge them from it, no matter what. Okay then. Well, that's a thing. At least I got some new weapons, and I'm kind of liking the weapons that I'm using right now. But yeah, this feels like the epitome of get good, dumbass. And that does not seem to be a thing I'm capable of, at least not today. So I guess until next time, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice night.